Wheeler has experience. He's tough. But based on what Calipari has this season, I could almost kind of see him running some teams without Wheeler. Because I feel like you're going to have Antonio Reeves, who there is definitely a question mark because I haven't seen him compete at the SEC level, but he looks like a dude that could play point guard and can just score like from all three levels in college. So you could potentially have him out there with Casey Wallace, who kind of reminds me of Deron Lamb a little bit, with Chris Livingston, you know, the kid from Akron, playing the small forward or shooting guard. Powerful dude, kind of reminds me of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, but probably a better shooter. You have CJ Frederick, who's going to probably be one of the best jump shooters in college. And then you could, you know what I'm saying, throw in one of the big men to play with, Sheway. So I could potentially see a lineup where they might be a little better without Wheeler.
So what you're saying is y'all don't need Wheeler?
I think we definitely need Wheeler because I definitely think you always need somebody with some experience, somebody with some leadership capability. And I like Wheeler's mentality, his toughness, but he is short. And I think that's probably the thing that hurt Wheeler the most because there was a lot of times when he would make decisions, and I think his height just caught up with him in certain spots. Like the last play where he drove to the basket and kicked it to Ty Washington, I think if he had been a little bit bigger, he probably would have made a better play or a better decision, or just being able to make passes a little easier. So I do like Wheeler, but I always choose big dudes, man. Anytime I can get bigger players.
How do y'all feel about Wheeler? Both of y'all. How do y'all feel about Wheeler?
For me, I can't really say.
Because he had his ups and downs all season.
And,
so.
you know, the injuries and all that, you couldn't really tell. Like, you can blame injuries. Like, he was playing well, and then he got hurt, and he came back, and he wasn't playing too well. Then he started to play a little bit better, got tweaked again. I don't know. If he can stay healthy, he might be able to stay out on that floor and be our point guard. But his height does get to him. He gets in there in the paint with all the trees. You know, it's hard to get a shot off when you get in there. Yeah, I would like to see him be a better passer when he gets into the paint. Because I think driving to the hole, he draws attention from the big man.
Right.
I mean, he does. Oscar gets a lot from him from doing that. But I would like to see him make more plays instead of just getting in the hole and throwing the ball up and getting it blocked into the stands.
And man, honestly, the reason why I even said I could see lineups with Wheeler on the bench is because I think it's finally time for Calipari to start using the small ball offense. You got Sheway in the middle. Mm-hmm. Or you could use Toppin or Collins or Ware, whichever one. And then put some perimeter players around them boys. And then just let them space the floor. Because there was a lot of times where I feel like when Sheway caught the ball, he was so crowded. But he wasn't able to kick it out to solid shooters. So it was like you got the man down there. He's super crowded. He's getting double teamed. And then when he does facilitate to other people, they're not really great knockdown jump shooters. But I think if you put him out there on the court and then you use a smaller lineup and you got all guards, like I said, Casey Wallace looks like he's going to be able to shoot okay. Antonio Reeves look like he's a shooter. Then you're going to have Livingston that, you know, he might be a streaky shooter, but he'll be able to drive to the basket from the perimeter, make plays. And then you're going to have CJ, man, probably one of the best shooters in college. So I feel like if he was to embrace small ball with one big, I feel like the team has potential to do high offensive numbers.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, sir, before the season even kicks off, 4 or 5 months from now, you sound like you got high hopes. So what you talking like y'all Final Four right now?
I think they got potential if, like I said, CJ's coming off the injury, but he said that he was getting in better shape. That was his focus.
Mm-hmm.
And then, once he starts doing the 5-on-5 drills and, see how he fits with the team. But this year, they only really got 2 star recruits coming in. Not a whole lineup that's trying to learn and fit in where they, get in where they fit in. So you're going to have another team of experienced ball players. Like I said, I got to see what Reeves can do at a step up consistently. But the kid looked like, when he had the ball in his hands at his school, it wasn't nothing for him to get 18. Mm-hmm. And he was super effective in the pick and roll. He has like step back jumpers. Like he seemed like a dude that can just score. So if he's able to even give you 12 to 14 like he could on his small level, he's going to be a super threat. So I do think I don't expect Sheway to win Player of the Year again.
I was going to ask y'all about that next.
I don't expect his numbers to necessarily even be better, but I think he'll still be in the same ballpark. I still think he's going to be a double-double machine. He probably going to be battling your dude, Baycott, for most double-doubles of the year. It's probably going to be one of them two that ends up, winning that. But I think if Sheway can even come close to what he done last year, which I think he will. Apparently, he been over in the Congo. Cal told him make sure he got in better shape. Than he already was, and working on his jumper. So if he's able to make improvements, then I do think that the ceiling definitely is Final Four.
What's your thoughts on Sheway?
If Sheway can get to where he can knock down that little 15-footer consistently, he will be the National Player of the Year again. Because on the block, he's stronger than pretty much everybody. He has more heart and more go than anybody. He's a rebound machine. Kind of need him to make sure he don't get in foul trouble, because sometimes he does get caught and gets a couple early fouls. But if he can knock down that jump shot, that's no stopping him on this level. The next level is going to be different.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different.
But he definitely needs that jump shot for the next level.
Yes, sir.
If he wants to go play and actually get minutes. Like, I think he'll get picked up no matter what. But if he wants to actually get minutes or not get moved down to the G League, he's going to have to knock down jump shots.
I actually think Sheway would be serviceable in the NBA because more teams are going to the small ball lineup. So, like, that helps him out because majority of the time he'll be one of, if not the biggest player on the floor. And like you said, if he can knock down that 15 to 20 range jump shot, they'll find a roster spot for him. He'll find a roster spot. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I hope, man, because you would hate to see a guy be that good on one level and then just can't really figure out a way to.
I've seen it.